I mean, a legitimate argument could be made that there's some college teams that could beat these Dolphins. This might be the worst football team in the NFL I've ever seen.
Ever.
They are atrocious. And it's hard for me to say that. Chris Greer, the general manager, Brian Flores, African-American general manager, head coach. We don't see that too often in the National Football League. We recognize that they rebuild, and we got that because they made some good moves in terms of first-round picks they've acquired. But this is one of the most atrocious teams that I've ever seen. Combine that with the fact that half of them look like they don't even want to be there. It's one thing, later on in the season, y'all, and it's a long thing. You put your body through a lot, and all right, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
The season
but to open the damn season, I mean, they open the season this way. This is key. This is not December. This is not November when you already 0-9. No. They opened the season like this. Damn, I don't want to be here. And oh, by the way, they just a few miles from South Beach and don't want to be there. They a few miles from South Beach in a state with no state income tax.
Yeah.
That's right.
And don't want to be there.
That's right.
This is the most atrocious football team that I've ever seen. And you got an all-world receiver that's coming to play for the reigning defending Super Bowl champions against you? Please, we ain't learned nothing yesterday.
Look,
go ahead.
I'll tell you why it was really important, in fact. First of all, I got to say something just to defend the players a little bit, because I agree with you. It might be the worst team I've ever seen in the NFL. It's certainly on a short list. Yeah. They were put in a position to lose before the season began.
Okay.
This starts in the front office where they give Flores like nothing to work with.
I didn't call a player scrub. I said a team.
I understand, but I'm saying, so any player, every NFL team has some talent, including the Dolphins. But when you're a talented player in a locker room without a lot of talent, where you're being put in a position to lose, I can understand where this team just quits on the season. Yeah. But the quitting started in the front office. Okay, that's. I just want to get that out of the way. The reason it's really important is not obviously to beat the Dolphins, but because you look at the AFC and you have rivals out there. Stephen A., I'll leave your pet team right now for later, but I'll just talk about the Chiefs, for instance, when Kareem Hunt gets back. You have a guy in Patrick Mahomes doing things no quarterback has ever done. Let me repeat that. No one has ever played on the level so far to start a career that Patrick Mahomes has. And he has a great coach. And everywhere you look, offensive weapons once the team gets healthy.
Slow first half yesterday.
Okay, and then what happened?
Yeah, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
My point is that the Patriots, even in the 18-0 season, lost the Super Bowl. When you look at the big picture, what AB does is he takes them from who's the favorites, the Chiefs or the Patriots, to the Patriots are clearly the favorites if AB's on the team.
But how can we say that when it's never been about one player? The Patriots program has never been about one player. Let me take that back. It's been about Tom Brady, but they never made it about Tom Brady, okay? To me, what's interesting is hearing Belichick and Tom in their presser after say, you know what, we were just going through our normal routine. I just threw it to the open man. Hell no, you didn't. What you did was you used this as a preseason game to get AB caught up. Because when you look at a receiver-quarterback combination, you look for efficiency. The reason why Mike T down in New Orleans is one of the best, and he's never talked about, he's underrated, is because of efficiency. When Drew Brees throw to him, they're operating at around an 85, 90% efficiency rate. Yesterday, AB and Tom were at what? 50, 4 out of 8. Look at the mishaps, the misfires. That's what you need to look at, right? Yes, AB is great, but talent only takes you so far. It's about chemistry. So it's chemistry on the field and chemistry off. What I'm excited to pay attention to is this, and interesting. What is he going to do with social media? Because what is it about in New England? It's about not putting out bulletin board material, right? So I want to see if he can get in line off the field, because if he can do that, which I think he can, they'll be okay. But it's going to take some time for them on the field to get caught up. And yesterday was a prime example. And that's why Belichick's and Tom's comments were to me, BS. Because that was a preseason game for them. That was a horrible Dolphin team.
I said Kareem Hunt gets back, obviously. I mean Tyreek Hill.
Sure.
Tyreek Hill's hurt. But the Chiefs, you're right. It hasn't been about one player, but the best team they ever had probably didn't win the Super Bowl, and they had Randy Moss. They had an outstanding offensive weapon. If you add AB and Josh Gordon to this team, which they have done, it takes them from neck and neck with the Chiefs. Maybe guys like me think this is the Chiefs here. I thought they beat them in the AFC Championship game before that offside, before the pre-snap penalty. The point is, it makes them, what AB does is make them the favorite. That's why I agree with you. They're feeding them to see what they can do against the Dolphins.
Let me share something with you. You're close, right? Because when you look at offense, and I'm a guy who's been a number one receiver, and I've been a guy that really demanded the ball. I wanted the ball every single play, all right? And what I learned when I was playing for the Jets was this. It's not about one receiver, right? So to your point, if they can come together, those three guys, right? Edelman, Gordon, and Brown, check their egos, they can be tough. But if they can't do that, you're going to see this ship go down really quickly.
What ship? Which ship? New England?
If AB can't get in line,
They just get rid of him.
All right, but you talking about his attitude.
Correct, his attitude.
You ain't talking about his game.
No,
right?
no,
Okay,
no,
the reason
no,
why
no.
I say that is because this. One of the things that we got to pay attention to is that AB is a guy that plays outside, but he's capable of being a slot receiver. He's got moves and the kind of things that he put, the quickness of foot that he has.
I disagree.
The quickness of foot that he has. I'm talking about the quickness of foot. This dude can do slot stuff. When you talk about a guy like Edelman, he can do those things. Plus, he's accustomed to playing outside the numbers. When we look at Randy Moss, he was strictly an outside the numbers kind of guy.
Yes.
This dude fly pattern, let's go. When you look at the AB, that's a different dimension. And so when you look at what Tom Brady prefers, even though he doesn't mind going deep from time to time, Brandon, the reality is that what's been his favorite target other than Gronk? What's been his favorite target? It's been the Edelman.
Correct.
It's been the Amendola.
But think about this.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.